Hi guys, it's Charlie here.
This is Joe from TheJMKProductionsTMTV, and as you can see, we're back in the streets of London, and today we're going to be asking the public,
What is their worst dating experience?
this could be a hairy one. So the question is, what is the worst dating experience you've ever had?
What is your worst dating experience?
Let's see.
I went to a fair once with a guy and I was wearing loads of makeup and then it started raining and I just went everywhere. It was a bit of a mess.
Worst dating experience.
You are a bit
And
of a mess.
I just looked like a bit of a drowned out rat. That was really...
Like the Joker a bit.
Yeah, he didn't call me back after that.
What a douchebag.
I don't know, to be honest.
You don't know? Not
Yeah,
like
like-
not a girl all of a sudden just like
Can I call a friend?
you can call a friend.
Okay, let me call a friend. Yeah. Let's have a comment.
Hello.
My worst dating experience was a man who says that maybe our mothers will met because my mom is psychiatrist and his mom has like a psychic problem. So maybe her mom was my mom's patient. So I was like, okay.
Good start to your day, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like my mum can check your mum out, you know, we can help out.
Exactly.
My name's Charlie, what's yours?
My name is Delia.
Delia. Well, Delia, it seems when I last saw you, it's like, oh, I've got tons of dating experiences.
I met a guy and then like a few days later we met again and he was absolutely drunk.
Okay, so recently I went on a date with this guy and like we ate and then he just sat down and stared at me because he had nothing to say. He's dead boring.
I liked him, you know, but it was like, oh.
So it's just dead silence.
Dead silence. It's like you have to pull words out of his mouth like talk to me.
But it was like, oh my god, I want to leave. So I faked like as if a friend was calling me. Yeah, I have to leave. Yeah, and I left. No, absolutely drunk.
Pro strats on getting out, isn't it? It's like, oh man, that's pretty good. How'd you get out? Like, how'd you like get out of the situation?
More or less, well, I was messaging my friend for like the majority of the time and then I was like, okay, finish it, time to go home.
Yeah, so this, on the table, it's like, alright, I gotta go now. It's a great experience to just walk out the door.
Yeah.
So that's a pro. That's a pro right there, just walking out.
A girl turned up with her dad, and I was like, yeah, I'm quite a charming person, but her dad not think quite the same thing. And that, like, if you want to have sex with someone, it doesn't help if their dad's there at the time. Hey, dad, I want to fuck your daughter. So it doesn't really work, does it? Yeah.
So speaking of drunk, I had this girl who was. It's not a date, I guess, but she was hitting on me once. And it was really good. Then she starts taking drinks and more drinks, taking shots. I'm like on my second beer, like, you could slow down a bit. And then all of a sudden she comes coming up like, how's it going? I just love you. It's like, oh, it's okay. How did that go? How did you escape?
Very quickly. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, we need to go to the toilet, and then went home.
Shit! You sound like you had a great time just meeting someone's dad. And after a while, she's like like this, and then I'm like, "Are you okay?" I say, and then she just like flops, just flops straight down. It wasn't a date, but I mean, like at that point, I'm like, I'm gonna. Well, her friends who were like watching was like, "Oh, you left on the ground like that." But yeah, it was a bad time with that one.
I went on a date back in Italy, where I used to live, with a girl, and she wanted me to take her to one of the most expensive restaurants there were in the city. And I really liked this girl, you know how it goes. So I said yes, and I almost spent all the money I saved in like 3 months. It was like $200, and at the end, she said, all right, can you take me home now? Because my boyfriend wants me to go home now. And I was like, what, your boyfriend? And I said, yes. I said, I thought there was a date. No, we are just friends. She said, no, we are just friends. So yeah, that's friend zone, guys. That's friend zone.
What other relationships have you had that's gone bad? Oh, wait, so no, dates.
I slept with one girl and then she became a lesbian straight after. That's right. I'm turning women away. That's the power of these nuts.
That's how it goes. That's crazy.
$100 on that shit.
$200, 200 heroes.
I would have knocked it out and sold her organs on the black market.
And I realized you gotta get your information first. I mean,
you gotta get everything straight. You should just be like, we're gonna go out on a date.
you're gonna go out on a date. You gotta say that, otherwise you get friend zoned with like me, like I was.
We're cheap. We're like, hey, do you wanna go to Burger King?
Yeah, that's okay.
It's okay.
If she say yes, then she might be the right one.
If she says yes, she might say yes to a lot more things.
Yeah, you know, the only important thing is to be together, you know, have a fun night, not expensive restaurant and everything.
Okay, so so what we're asking today is, what is your worst dating experience that you've had?
I don't know. I guess.
You know what? Someone asked me that same question a few days ago. I can't remember. What's the worst thing that's ever happened to me?
By dating experience, do you mean like a date or just generally?
Like a guy asks you out, you go on a date somewhere, and all of a sudden it just messes up completely.
Oh, maybe whilst being with a girl and then just bumping into another one. It's like,
Like an ex-fling or something?
Ooh, wait, no, okay, this is a story.
So this one guy, when we went out, and I didn't know whether it would be like a date or like as friends date, but you know, like you have to have an open mind, like it's okay. And then when you're there, and then he starts talking about like the girl they like, so it's like you're just there like being a bit of a third wheel, like okay.
This was a few years ago, and one girl, I invited her. I've been trying to get her out for a while, and then she finally said yeah, and it was my birthday, indeed. So yeah, she came to the club. We went to a club there in Piccadilly, and meanwhile another girl asked me, "What are you doing tonight?" I was like, "I'm gonna be in Piccadilly Institute." Yeah.
Okay.
So, what are you doing tonight? I was still at home by myself. Like, yeah, what are you doing tonight? I'm like, I'm gonna go to Piccadilly Institute, whatever. What are you saying? She's like, oh, I'm with friends. See you later. I was like, see you later? I didn't understand. I was like, okay, aight, safe, innit? And another girl from another city was in town. And I said to her that I wasn't gonna come out. And she ended up being on the same club. So here he goes. I come inside with the thing that I'm wanting to come out with. First thing comes out and like, oh, so you were not gonna come out tonight. I was like,
He asked you out on a date and just basically talked about a girl he liked.
Yeah, but it's not like I guess I didn't know whether it would be like a date or a friend date, but obviously
It's always important to clarify that, otherwise it's just like
drama. I was like, allow it. I managed to get out of the situation and make it look like, oh, she's just a friend. And then what happened? The other girl came whilst I was whining on this one.
Oh my, just never stops.
I know. I'm looking at her and I'm looking at her like, hi, how you doing? You cool? Alright, safe. And she stays there looking at me like, hi. So what are you doing? I'm like, oh, where are your friends? She's like, oh, they went home. I thought, so you came here by yourself? She's like, yeah, I came to see you. I was like, shit.
To be honest, I haven't had any bad experiences. I mean, I think it's always awkward when you go on a date with someone and then they just talk about themselves and they don't ask you what you're interested in, and you're just like, oh, this is a bit awkward, like definitely not going out with you again.
Another thing is when they don't have any like conversation, like their conversation is so dead, like that's awful.
We had a table there. At this point we went upstairs to the table and it's just the most awkward scene, man. I'm sitting down between two girls. And the girls trying to take me home and shit. I'm thinking like, no.
Damn.
I'm like, no, man. Like, I have a headache and shit. Like, I had to fake it, pretend it, just to take this one girl that came inside with home with me. No, right. The other one was not taking it.
I think a friend of mine talked to me about one of their dates with one of their people, and it was basically him talking about how great trains are. It was, it's just this really good. All the conversation was him talking about this train from the 1950s, and it was.
Sheldon from Big Bang. He's obsessed with trains.
Wasn't really a bad experience.
Yeah, I was about to say that isn't really
It was
bad.
funny though.
I mean,
It was
that's
funny. I mean, it's bad because I didn't get to the other two ones, but
okay.
I guess. I guess.
Okay, Conor McGregor, and let me ask you a question. What is the worst dating experience you have had?
Worst dating experience
Yeah,
I've ever
worst
had.
dating
God, that is a good question. The worst dating experience I can say on camera.
On camera? Oh. I mean, I think that's enough for one lifetime, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's just.
Yeah, that happened to me only one time as well. Not saying I'm a player or shit, but it just happened to me that one night. I was like, rah, no, impossible. Only in American Pie and shit like that this happens. Like, I was like, no, unbelievable.
Yeah, just a shit date, like not talking, nothing in common, disinterested. You know, people who don't put in the effort to talk.
yeah,
I like
I
having a
understand,
conversation with people when they're not putting in the effort. It's just pointless. Yeah?
Okay, now I want to know, how do you escape from something like that? Like, say if you're in an super awkward situation, there's no way of reviving the date.
I'm just honest. I'll just tell them, look, I don't think you're for me. I don't think I'm for you. It's lovely meeting you. Make sure they get home safe. And yeah, leave it at that.
I had to fake I was hyperventilating, like.
I have to go home now.
Yeah, I normally text a friend to call me.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, the classic trick.
Yeah, and then it's just like, Sol's gotta go.
She's like, oh, what's wrong? I can't.
Ah,
It's alright.
At
Happens,
least-
doesn't it? You know,
at least you had, at least you made sure they got home safely. For a second, I thought you were gonna say, "Oh yeah, say all that," and then just run away straight away. Like, at least there's a.
Right, you got to
Yeah.
be honest though. You got to be honest.
Well, thanks a lot, Leo. That was really good. And
Delia.
Delia.
Yeah, it's a boy.
It says Leo, dear.
Yeah, Leo.
Sorry, I'm not. The eyes. It's the eyes. Sorry.
The eyes.